sorry I haven't a clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello and welcome to another edition of I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. An interviewer who considered mountaineering a stupid and pointless thing to do once asked Chris Bonington why he wanted to climb Mount Everest, to which Bonington replied, because it's there. And I have similar thoughts when asked why I host this programme. Because it's a stupid and pointless thing to do. Anyway, I'll just introduce the teams because they're there. On my left, Barry Cryer and Bill Tidy. And on my right, Willie Rushton and Denise Coffey. And it's with some distress that I have to inform you that the lovely Samantha, who scores for us, has been unfortunately delayed on an all-girls working holiday in the Caribbean, generously funded by a nice man in Soho. In her absence, please welcome, due to a bit of a mix-up at the agency, the very lovely Sven. We're going to start with a game called Telegrams. Teams, I'd like you to suggest some telegram messages to mark unlikely events. Pretty simple, really. Barry Cryer, you can start.
A telegram to Beethoven. For God's sake, answer the door. I've been knocking for 3 days.
I got one just for the programme from Keith Prowse saying you want the best seats, you buggered.
Bill.
Mine's fairly short, economical message. It's a girl! Joseph!
Topical.
Denise.
I discovered one that was in the Kremlin during the recent dramatic events. The telegram says, I'm sorry I haven't a coup.
Boris Yeltsin got one. April Fool, you're under arrest. Remember Dr. Spooner? There was a historic telegram to Dr. Spooner. He used to mangle words, and the telegram read, you're dosed at the tinner on Nidy Fright. Will be glaze your asses to the queer old dean.
I have one here that was sent in the Old Testament to Noah. Build ark stop. 40 days flooding due stop. Godspeed.
I sent one to Des O'Connor. Hope you got the corset monkey glands following.
I paid one here to His Royal Highness Prince Hamlet, Elsinore Castle. Not to be.
Right, teams, now for this next game I'd like to introduce listeners to an immensely able pianist. In the meantime, however, we shall have Colin Sell. Teams, I'm going to ask you to sing a song, and I should like you, with the aid of our sophisticated in-house bleeper system, you consider might offend the more sensitive listener. That's assuming she's listening. Barry, will you begin with Cabaret?
What good is alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a old chum. Come to the, come taste the, come hear the, come blow the, start right this way. You're waiting. No use permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every away. Life is a old chum to the cabaret.
Denise, will you sing You Can't Get a Man with a Gun?
Certainly. I'm quick on the, with not much bigger than a pinpoint. I'm, but my with a feller is lower than a, oh, you can't, a man with a, with a No, you can't. A man with a... If I went to... with someone's herd of cattle, you'd ask when the job was done. But if I, the herder, they'd holler bloody murder, and you can't get a from a mug with a... No, you can't. A man with a...
Okay, Bill, you ready? Will you sing Smile?
Smile, though your is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are in the, you'll get by. If you smile through your and sorrow, and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun shining through for you. Light up your with gladness, hide every trace of go away, maybe ever so near. That's the time you must keep on ing. Smile, what's the use of ing? You'll find that is still worthwhile if you just...
Right, Willie, it's your turn to sing now, and your song is September Song.
This is where they buried Jimmy Clitheroe. When I was a young man and the girls played me a waiting game. If a maiden refused me with tossing, I let the old take a couple of... And as time went around, she my way. As time went around, she came. But it's a long, long from May to December, and the grow shorter when you reach September, and the autumn weather turns up to flame, and you haven't got time for the waiting game, and the dwindle down to a precious few, and these few precious I'll with you, and these few precious I'll with you.
Okay, now, with Sven busily keeping the score, we'll go on to the next round. This is a round of...
T-shirt, What's that on Sven's T-shirt? I don't speak Swedish.
I don't think it's Swedish, I think it's ketchup.
I've got news for you, he's not wearing a T-shirt. This round's called Paranoia. Both teams are suffering from insane delusions. Pay no attention, we'll go on with the game. Here are the rules. Both teams are suffering from insane delusions, the nature of which only the opposing team understand. The insane couple should ask questions to identify their complaint. Denise and Willie, you're the first insane couple. Today, anyway. Your paranoia is going up on the infrared laser display board now. And here for you listening at home is the mystery box.
They think they're stuck in a lift with Pavarotti. They think they're stuck in a lift with Pavarotti.
Okay, right. Willie and Denise, off you go. Start questioning the others.
Has this anything to do with the fact that we are, as a team, of mingled sex?
We haven't seen you mingle, actually.
Oh, we'll do it being radio.
No, that is an avenue I would not go down.
Go down. Careful, Barry, you almost slipped a little minefield.
Is it something that we'd rather not do in public?
Yes, I suppose so, yes. Yes.
This is a private thing, and we'd like to keep it
In a
there.
sense, yes, it's quite private.
We
Go
believe-
down was a quarter of a clue, a millionth of a
Yes,
clue.
A mining reference. It is an
what
underground
reference?
activity.
Yes, a loose link to mines.
And what reference?
Mining.
Mining.
Hello, Barry.
Ah, now.
Do we wear pit helmets for this activity?
That's entirely up to you. You wouldn't normally, no.
Are the
No,
royal
but a
family
massive
involved?
handkerchief would help.
A massive handkerchief.
Are the royal family involved?
Yes.
Oh, we're rushing about all over the place. No.
A massive handkerchief. An underground activity involving a massive handkerchief.
Well, forget underground.
Are we talking about the tube? Yeah, I mean,
No.
no. And not the royal family. Just the massive handkerchief and the nautical disaster, possibly, as opposed to mining.
No.
I was thinking of sea mines and the Titanic and that sort of thing, and although the two weren't involved. It was
I
nice.
forgot to tell you that you have 30 seconds.
10 seconds, quite frankly.
It's not nautical, but it's to do with the high seas.
You mean we can't... We think we're Pavarotti. No, we don't
So
think...
warm. You don't think you are Pavarotti?
We are Pavarotti.
No, you
both
don't
of us,
think you are
together,
Pavarotti.
We've
put
been
together.
eaten by Pavarotti.
No. This could happen if this situation goes on long enough.
We've been involved in a mining disaster.
Pavarotti.
Yes. Uncanny. Barry and Bill, your paranoia is going now up on the display, and here is the mystery voice for you listening at home.
They think they're identical twins. They think they're identical twins.
Right, all ready?
Yes.
Off you go.
Is it dangerous?
Only I would think to your wives.
Do we both think we're one person, as in the last subject?
No.
Well, the audience disagree with you.
What do they know? They're trying to help you.
We do think we're one person. I insist on that.
Are we a
No.
romantic lead?
No, I don't think you do, actually.
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't say did we lead. I said are we?
Do we
Are
think...
you what, a romantic lead?
Was we?
What?
Are we romantic and attractive to women?
Stick with the game.
Doesn't enter into it.
Are we a type rather than a person?
No. There you go.
Oh, sorry. There was an applause there.
It's always nice to see people from Rampton here, isn't it?
Quite right, Barry, yes.
Is it a man or a woman? Keep out of it, Humphrey, please.
Oh, your job hangs by a thread.
That doesn't really matter, but it could be men.
It might not matter.
So it is a type, then?
Oh, it's a type-ish.
Yes.
Is it to do with tennis?
No.
Nurse!
I don't want the screens this time. I want everybody to see.
No, Barry, no, it's not about tennis.
I said that, not Barry.
No, she keeps saying that. There's a clue there.
Yes.
It's a.
That's right, Bill, yes.
It's a split personality.
split
It's uncanny, isn't it? No. It's
It's
really
a
uncanny.
resemblance. Siamese twinges.
No.
Clones.
Near enough.
Yes.
Twins.
Wrong country. Yes.
The Corsican brothers.
Particular
You
twin.
don't have to go on.
The marksmen.
No, you just think
mean
you're
we've
twins,
got
that's
it?
all. Yes, you've got it.
No, you haven't. It's not what's on my card. There's one word missing.
The. A set of.
Identical twinges.
Right, with all to play for, we go on to a game called Close Quotes. I shall give you, each of you, the first half of a well-known saying or quotation, which I'd like you to complete. Points will be deducted for correct answers. Now, Barry, will you complete Too Many Cooks?
On television.
Willie, here's one for you. Red Sky at Night.
Shepherd's Delight, red light at night, Shepherd's Market.
That'll go down well in Ghoul. Bill, you're saying is a fool and his money.
Have an account in the Bank of Credit and Commerce.
A fool and your money, of course, is a budget.
Barry, here's
Yes.
one. No man is an island.
But Cyril Smith comes pretty damn close.
Denise, a little bit of acting for you to do. Please complete these famous lines of Lady Bracknell's. To lose one parrot, Mr. Worthing, may be regarded as a misfortune.
But to machine gun the entire PTA...
Willie, here's one. Don't count your chickens.
Out loud as it upsets the other patients.
Anybody got any more ideas?
Yeah, a little knowledge. A little knowledge spelled backwards is Egdil Wonk Ettelteltler.
Only Sven's likely to understand that.
It's the first time Sven smiled, isn't it?
He just found his T-shirt.
What you lose on the swings is what you had at the Indian restaurant before you got on the swings.
Right. Any more? Right. Now, good. This is time for a very amusing game called Cheddar Gorge. In this one, team members are asked to build up a sentence one word at a time, but should avoid completing the sentence. Hence, of course, the name Cheddar Gorge. Now, Bill Tidy, will you start us off, please?
Aye.
Cried.
The
Night.
Before.
Cantering.
pardon?
Cantering.
Along
The
Dark.
Petunia strewn.
2 words, Doctor.
With a
remove that
with a
hyphen without an anaesthetic.
Remove that drip.
That's no way to speak of Willie.
Come back, Sven.
Oh, sorry, you're talking about Sven. Sorry, Sven. Oh, dear.
I'm informed by Sven that petunia strewn can be one word.
if you leave out the hygiene,
to say. He just loves saying it. Petunia strewn.
Okay, hurry along.
He was singing Phil the Fluter's Ball earlier. Have you heard the Phil the Fluter from the down the bend? Petunia strewn.
Yeah.
Highway.
comma.
Dimly.
He.
Thought.
I.
Believe.
Comma.
That.
This.
Must.
Try.
The. No,
Most.
Patient.
Petunia keeper.
in.
The.
Whole.
Of.
Scandinavia.
That's a full stop if ever I heard.
Yeah, I should have buzzed there, but I'm not going to use this
All right.
damn thing.
And.
Unfortunately.
The.
Parkkeeper.
A.
Burley.
Woman.
With.
Heavy.
Responsibilities.
Succumbed.
To.
His.
Vigorous.
Responsibilities.
So.
He.
Lurched.
Backwards.
Towards.
The.
Railings of.
Chairman.
I mean Bismarck.
Moral.
Just.
Outside.
The.
Railings. Railings.
I think she finished the sentence.
I was gripped by the narrative.
Give her no, she lost. Don't give her any applause. Give the other three applause. I thought that was going to go on forever.
I thought
it
it
did.
did.
Right, now, a game called School Reports. The teams were specially briefed beforehand to go out and mingle amongst their vast circle of celebrity friends and acquaintances in order to obtain, for cash, copies of school reports of now famous people for our amusement. Quite rightly, our teams refused, and I'm pleased to say they were able to nick them without any money changing hands. Willie, we'll start with you. Whose report have you managed to get?
Well, here I have Neil Kinnock. He's English. He has a fine grasp of the tongue. Unfortunately, it's very hard to get him to let go of it. Then again, it can't be easy working in a foreign language.
Is that it?
It's usually enough for an intelligent audience.
Looks as though I'll make my gig on Thursday, after all. Right. Bill.
Tarzan has settled in nicely. And is captain of Treehouse. His A-level English lit is improving rapidly, and he is now reading Byron's I'm certain he'll win his school loincloth this summer. And even now he's swinging across the crocodile-infested quad. Oh.
Thank you. Okay, Denise.
This is, I think you can guess who this is. Joan has a burning ambition to get to the top of the heap. Must try harder. That was Judge Jeffrey's school report. Could become another Colin Sell. That was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Pulled himself together and went on to better things.
Finally, Barry.
I found this while rummaging in my larder, Humph, which had broken down. And, I hope it's genuine. It's Adolf Hitler's school report.
Adolf's painting has come along very well. He decorated the classroom with an iron cross. His athletics is not his strong point. He has been held back in the sprints by his habit of goose-stepping. He's been an essential member of the first 11. The one ball belongs to him. Scholastic process has been disappointing due to him continually raising his arm in class and being told to leave the room. At prayers, his rendition of the Horst Wessel song has been much admired by many pupils. The others have still not been found. Adolf is a quiet boy unless roused. Must close now, I can hear him coming.
Right, we have a round now entitled Bad-Tempered Clavier, in which our teams will attempt to sing a well-loved song while a tone-deaf and manually uncoordinated piano player attempts to provide some accompaniment. Colin, I think you'll be needed for this one. Willie and Denise, your song is Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
Come tiptoe to the window, by the window, that is where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Tiptoe to the shadow of the willow tree, and tiptoe through the tulips with me. Indeed, in flawless restraint, we'll keep our shawls away. And if I kiss you in the garden, in the moonlight, will you pardon me? Come tiptoe through the tulips with me.
Excellent. Barry and Bill, your song is My Way.
Did you hear that buzz of anticipation?
Indeed. As they left. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full, I've traveled each and every byway, and more.
did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off much more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall, and did it my way.
Well, I'm afraid that's all we have time for this week. So while I encourage Sven to pop something on over his trunks, there's just time for a round of limericks. I'll supply the first line's teams, and I'd like you to finish them off individually. Bill, your first line is, a man with a gift for the fiddle
Liked his steaks very rare on the griddle.
He played tunes multifarious.
On his fine old Guanarius.
Which had a present from Rill in the middle.
Here's a first line for you, Denise. Your line is, while playing some scales on the flute,
I noticed strange stains on my suit.
Am I losing my bottle?
I'm covered in dottle.
Does James Galway get this in mid-toot?
Barry, while learning to play the bassoon,
In a bordello in downtown Rangoon.
My reputation for blowing...
Got all the girls going.
Oh, these Burmese girls love a good tune.
finally, Willie, your line is, at the sound of a lone clarinet,
I shouted, stand back! I'm a vet!
Picture Acker's alarm.
As I thrust in my arm.
Oh, God, I still drink to forget.
That's it for this week. Join us again next time. Until then, from all of us, goodbye.
Barry Cryer, Denise Coffey, Willie Rushton and Bill Tidy were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Lyttelton. Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme was produced by John Naismith.
The derivation of the name, I'm sorry, I haven't a clue. The programme, of course, took its name from a chance remark of a former Chancellor of the Exchequer, William Pitt the Younger, when questioned in the House as to why the economy was in such poor shape. Funny how history repeats itself. And speaking of history repeating itself, let me introduce our teams tonight. Willie Rushton and Denise Coffey on my right. I'm on the left. Barry Cryer and Bill Tidy. And while our scorer Samantha is still detained overseas in the process of making a short film for private release, please welcome, in his bathing trunks, the very muscular Sven. We'll start the show with a game called Crossbreeds. Teams, I want you to cross one person or thing with another to create a strange new hybrid. I'll say that again. A strange new hybrid. Willie, will you start us off, please?
Well, if you cross Lord Nelson with John Cole, you get a one-armed pundit.
That puts you in the lead. Bill.
If you cross Keith Prowse and the Bank of Credit and Commerce, you get nothing.
If you cross Niagara Falls failures with the Queen Mother's Scottish castle, you get the barrelling duds of May.
If you cross a Rottweiler with Lassie, you get a dog that bites your leg off and then helps you to look for it.
Any more?
If you cross... Oh, sorry.
That's right.
Yes, Willie, you're senior.
Thank you. If you cross a judo expert with an Australian marsupial, you get unarmed wombat.
If you cross a sheet of glass with the Gaelic language, you get a pain in the arse. If you cross Neil Kinnock with Dame Edith Evans, you get a windbag.
Okay, now, teams, here's a game which calls for supreme mental dexterity and lightning reflexes. While I try and sort out the mix-up, I'd like you teams to play... I'd like you to play antithetical duets. For this game, each team has a song. Team A begin by singing their song until I do this.
They've lifted the swing bridge.
And then Team B begin by singing their song. When I do this again...
They've launched the lifeboat.
Team A have to take up their song from exactly where they left off, and so on until the end of the series. Now, Barry and Bill.
Which is Team A? Just a small technical point.
What?
Which is Team A?
Who cares? Barry and Bill. Now, listen to this. Barry and Bill, your song is Goody Goody, and Willie and Denise, your song is Me and My Shadow. And I'd like you to start Team A. Willie and Denise.
All right. Me and my shadow strolling down.
So you met someone who set you back on your heels. Goody, goody. Someone, and now you know how it feels. Goody, goody. So you gave me your heart.
Me and my shadow, not a soul
Two, just as I gave mine to you, and he broke it in little pieces.
trouble too. And when it's 12 o'clock, we climb the stair. We
Do you do? So that I have love's a barrel of dynamite. Goody, goody, hallelujah. You had it going off.
for nobody's there, just me and
To you, goody, goody for him.
Teams, hold it now. We're going to have a race for the line now. I want you to both sing the last few bars of your songs simultaneously, and Colin Sell will accompany you both. Go.
Goody, 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 hope you're satisfied, you rascal, you.
Seems that Colin Sell won that one. Right, teams, we're going now to play a game called Complete Quotes. After considerable research in the sound archives, we've unearthed some rare excerpts of famous people speaking, where for no apparent reason they've each suddenly stopped in mid-sentence. And I'd like you to finish them off, please. Denise, here's your speech. It's by John Major.
I've just had the pleasure of opening an addition to a mushroom farm complex in Yaxley. Later on this morning, I'm celebrating the opening of a gas supply at Glinton.
Tonight, I hope to have the thrill of watching paint dry in the Herring Museum at Felixstowe.
Willie, you can go next, and there's more John Major for you.
Perhaps I may remind you that I started my politics on a soapbox in Brixton Market. So...
Can I interest you in an 84-piece dinner service?
Barry, your unfinished quote is by Joan Collins.
Television is an absolute phenomenon. If I actually sat and thought before I did any scenes in Dynasty.
I'd realise phenomena is a plural, not a singular.
Bill Tidy, you have a quote from David Icke.
I'm David Knight. Like thousands of other young people, I dreamed of becoming a professional footballer. But
I joined Arsenal.
Willie, another one for you. This is Peter O'Toole.
I was given a job with the Old Vic Company, and I walked up the stairs from the stage door, up the stairs, and walking up the stairs is still
Bloody hard on a camel.
Denise now. Here's Dan Quayle.
There are a lot of experiences that I've had that have shaped my adult philosophy, but the one that I keep coming back to time and time again, and it's the advice that my maternal grandmother, Martha Pulliam, who's 97 years old, the advice that she gave me is advice that I've given to a number of children, a number of people. And it's very simple. It's very common sense. And she says,
Always say what you mean, Alice. And, be sure you make sure that what you say, when you say it is...
Finally, Barry Cryer. Here's a speech by Prince Philip.
I find that I write something which I think is, tremendously deep and well thought out and extremely valuable.
And then my spray can runs out.
How are we doing, Sven?
He's eating his lunch, I can't believe it.
That's his vest.
Now we have a very popular and humorous game in which I shall ask team members to sing along individually to a popular disc which I shall play to them on my gramophone. When I turn down my volume knob, I shall like them to continue singing. When I turn it up, if they're still in time with the music, I'll award points. And points mean... Prize! A lot of sheep. So our star prize this week is a signed photograph of the Australian chanteuse Danny Minogue, signed by Giles Brandreth. Willie, you're going to start this. Would you sing Come Fly With Me alongside Frank Sinatra?
Oh, we'll meet again in song.
Come
Fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come on and fly with me, let's fly away. Hey, odd singer, come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band, and he'll toot his flute for you. Come on, fly with me, let's take off in the blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just fly.
What a pity you parted company with him halfway through Bar 2.
It's really slow now, you know.
Bill Tidy, will you accompany Manhattan Transfer and sing Chanson d'amour?
Chanson d'amour, rat-ta-ta-ta-ta, play encore. In my heart, rat-ta-ta-ta-ta, more and more. Chanson d'amour, rat-ta-ta-ta-ta, je t'adore.
beat them. I beat them.
Well done, Barry. Now we go on to Denise. And I'd like you and Tammy Wynette, Denise, to sing Stand By Your Man.
Stand by your man. Give him 2 arms to cling to and something warm to come to when nights are cold and lonely. Stand by. Me and Tammy would just like to thank Sven for his help.
Barry, you're going to join Elvis Presley in a rendition of Heartbreak Hotel.
But baby, let it be. I found a new place to dwell. It's down at the end of Lonely Street at Heartbreak Hotel, where I'll be so lonely, baby. I'll be so lonely. I'll be so lonely I could die. Although it's always crowded, you still can find some room for broken-hearted lovers to cry there in the gloom, and you'll be... Oh, make it so lonely, babe. Oh, so lonely. Oh, so lonely they could die. Now the bellhop tears keep flowing. The desk clerk's dressed in black. They've been so long on Lonely Street, they'll never, never look back. And they'll make it so lonely, baby. Oh, they're so lonely, baby. Oh, they're so lonely.
Well, I don't know who won that one. We come out of a game called Smugglers. In this one, teams, you take it in turns to be smugglers or customs officers. Team members will try to smuggle illicit items through customs by concealing them in longer words or phrases, and the customs officers can challenge at any time. The winner will get 10 points, and the loser's an intimate body search. Sorry, that should be the other way around. Willie and Denise, you're going to go first, and your objects to smuggle through are the names of famous painters, please.
The Renoir hatchback stopped. And out jumped thoroughly modern Millet.
There's a challenge there.
No, that's a flight leaving for Copenhagen.
God damn it, yelled Doris Day. Why won't this van go? I don't know, says Anne, but I know a Manet who does, for money.
They had broken down in the Hockney Marshes. A constable approached. No. A
challenge
sergeant.
there from Barry Cryer.
Go, Gam.
Not yet. What a place to pick, Asso.
Mo's mother snarled. Grandma, have you got a Kleenex tissue? I got shag all, said
Challenge from Bill. Bill, you challenged.
Kleenex worries me.
Kleenex. He did paintings that never lasted.
Carry on.
Doris Day shouts, turn her up, your hearing aid.
Grandma says, I cannot hear ominous bosh.
It's there somewhere. It's there somewhere. I couldn't quite spot it.
Let's get out of here while the go-gang's good.
Challenge from Barry.
Repetition.
Barry and Bill, I'd like you to have a go with the names of famous poets.
Well, I'm bringing through, officer, a seashell elongated. Ronnie Corbett, a short autobiography. That's by Ron. And, sorry, I bought it. What are his words worth?
Right.
Well, it's more than his job's worth, exactly. The money you won in the casino in Blankenberg, where you bet a man that you could come back with 4,000 francs.
Challenge from Willie.
Frank.
Yeah, I'll allow that. 1 point to you.
There's a bit of sheet music we're taking through. It's a Christmas song we used to sing in Sussex in the old days. Sort of Lewis Carroll. And Gold Dress, that's Malame. And Chamber Pot with Edgar Allan written on it. have to sit well on that.
Because it's very good for the causeway, isn't it?
It is indeed. Indeed. Sorry, McGough.
Cough at McGonagall.
No.
Oh, it's a shame.
It's a good game, this.
Do they have a poetic license for this?
Do you concede?
What? Only at the weekend.
Okay, I'll tell you what, we're going to play a game called Mornington Crescent. Now, I hope, teams, that you'll take advantage of Tim Brooke-Taylor's absence to have a good, clean game. No arguments, please. To avoid any dispute and to ease congestion, I shall make King's Cross out of bounds unless approached from the south. King's Cross out of bounds unless approached from the south.
From the south?
From the south, Denise, yes.
South.
Yes. Right, Barry, will you start?
Watling Street.
Broad Street.
Store Street. I threw that one out.
Is that south of King's Cross? I mean, I don't know.
Yes,
How am I
very
supposed
just.
to know?
It's
Is it?
perilously close.
Is
yes.
it? Oh.
It's off Gould Street.
Gould Street?
Don't say that. I'm telling you where it is.
Oh, right. Oh.
Repetition.
Carry on, Denise.
Pusey Street.
Buckingham Palace Gate.
Oh. New King's Road.
Chancellor's Yard.
Good.
Yes, you're right, well. God, what a good feeling it is, Brad.
I know.
Oh, yeah, I can transverse on that, can I?
Of course you can.
All right. Euston Road.
Oh, it's not south, is it? Not south.
Yes, it is.
South of King's Cross.
Yes.
Don't pay, no.
When you turn left, if you're coming on Euston Road from the west, don't you? Now you are King's Cross on your left with the clock. An occasional train.
Depends which way you're approaching it.
That's what Sven said earlier, wasn't it?
At least he's brought his vest up now.
Shouldn't have eaten it.
Come on. Barry, make a move, make a move.
Egton Crescent.
Ludgate Hill.
Oh.
Tulse Hill.
Oh, Mornington Crescent.
Yeah!
I love a short woman. You don't have to stand up to go too far.
That's what Sven said.
Are you all right, Denise?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, well, we'll go on now to a delightful round entitled Grand Opera, in which teams are given the opportunity to improvise an operatic duet around some passages of prose whose musical potential has gone hitherto unnoticed. Bill and Barry, you're going to start this one. You're going to be accompanied by Colin Sell. I give you fair warning. I'd like you to sing to Mrs. Beaton's own recipe for cream horns.
Cream horns, cornet de creme, 4 ounces of puff or flaky pastry,
1 gill sweetened and flavored cream,
raspberry jam,
chopped pistachio nuts,
roll pastry out to 1/8 of an inch thick, and cut into strips 1/2 an inch wide, and 12 to 14 inches long.
moist and strip with water, and wind round the cornet mould from the point upwards,
keeping the moist surface on the outside.
Finish overlap on underside of tin and trim neatly.
Allow to stand for 1 hour.
Place horns on baking sheet.
I will. Brush over with egg and milk.
And place in a hot oven 4 to 5 Fahrenheit.
Gas mark 7.
Until nicely browned.
Remove tins and return hot to oven to dry for a few minutes.
And cool, place a little jam in each
I put rosette of cream on top and sprinkle both with nuts. Sprinkle with nuts. Sprinkle with nuts. Sprinkle with nuts.
Oh, then we won't have to do it.
Willie and Denise, now you're going to sing it to an excerpt from Grey's Anatomy.
An explanation of the lymphatic drainage of the abdomen from Grey's Anatomy.
The lymphatic drainage of the liver and gallbladder. The collecting vessels from the liver are divisible into two main groups: superficial
and
The superficial lymph vessels of the liver run in the subserous. Thank you, it's a difficult word to say. And areola. Thank you very much. Tissue over the whole surface of the organ.
They drain in four directions.
From the middle part of the posterior surface. From the caudate lobe. From the posterior part of the convex surface. To the attachment of the classical ligaments. And from the posterior part of the interior surface of the right lobe, the vessels accompany the inferior vena cava. And in glands around the terminal part of that vessel. And in glands around the terminal part of that vessel.
There'll always be an England. There'll always be. Shut up about the glands.
Now, teams, with all to play for, we come to the round of limericks. Sven has to leave us now to join the Chippendales.
Why, are they coming apart?
So here, Denise, your first line is, at the Commons with newsman John Cole.
I inquired if he sang rock and roll.
He bridled a smidgen.
As he fondled a pigeon.
And said, undoubtedly, why did it find about Belfast or for the journey by the brand? No, so.
Barry, your first line is, when travelling abroad with Kate Adie.
Travelling abroad with Kate Adie, she told me her background was shady.
She said, I'm the love child
of the late Oscar Wilde.
And someone called Bosie O'Grady.
Bill, here's the first line for you. Whenever I watch Anna Ford.
I sometimes cry out, praise the Lord!
Oh, goodness. Love hurts.
When you're starching his shirts.
and your trousers go stiff as a board.
Willie, your first line is, while out with Sir Alistair Burnett.
While out with Sir Alistair Burnett, I shouted, stand back, I'm a vet!
He'd been attacked by the Greens.
I cried, quick nurse, the screens!
And deftly removed a courgette.
And with the teams running neck and neck, that's all we have time for, I'm afraid. Join us again next week. Until then, from all of us, goodbye.
Very tired, Denise Coffey, Willie Rushton and Bill Tidy were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme was produced by John Naismith.
We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello and welcome to the first instalment of the 19th series of I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, a remarkable achievement which calls for some entertaining team games and a jolly good laugh all round. About that I'll have to wait for the meantime because we've got a show to do. And on it this week we have Willie Rushton and Tim Brooke-Taylor, who are on my right, and on my left Barry Cryer, and a big welcome to Paul Merton. And finally, as regular and well-oiled as your favourite timekeeper, please welcome our favourite scorekeeper, the ever-lovely Samantha. Right, now teams, we're going to start with a game called Famous First Words, in which I want you to suggest some first utterances of well-known people. Barry, will you go first?
Freud. Boy, that scarred me for life.
Clement Freud. Goo, goo. Oh, repetition of goo.
Willie.
David Frost. Hello, good evening, and talcum.
Paul.
Barbara Cartland's first words. Dada entered the room, his manly shoulders silhouetted. About the birth of our present queen, to the midwife, and tell me, have you been doing this job for long? One more.
Go on, Paul. Yeah, go on.
Ben Elton. Ben loves his choo-choo. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, but choo-choos arrive on time and we're waiting at the station. They're not there.
Tim, Michael Aspel. Mr. Henderson, you thought you were just delivering a baby, but this is my life. Only he was Irish. You miss Eamon, don't you?
Right, Barry, have you got any more? You better have, because they have. They've been through the entire...
Princess Di. You want me to cut the cord?
Check the law. Check the law. Hello, mother. Well, actually said it in French, of course, which is Hello, Mère de Law. I see very few of you travel in a Paris taxi. Thank God we're going to Europe.
Archimedes, I'm filthy. Where's the bath?
Neil Kinnock. And thirdly...
Pavarotti. Mamma mia, it's raining out.
Topical one here, Mark Thatcher.
Oh.
Where am I? Okay.
Another topical one, Harvey Procter. Oh, I like that.
On which note?
I represent Mr. Proctor's solicitors. And I like it as well.
Let's hurry along now to a game which we put in as a special tribute to Paul Merton. We're going to play a game called Just a Minim, which is, of course, based on the popular Radio 4 programme, The Financial World Tonight. With the help of Colin Sell, the only man to play the piano in wicker-keeping gloves, I'm going to ask the panel to sing a well-known song without repetition, hesitation, or deviation. And Paul, I'd like you to start with the song Don't Sit Under the Apple Tree.
Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Nobody at all except I. Someone who is not myself. No negative, mustn't crouch below a Granny Smith bush in the company of somebody else. till I come marching home. Total nonsense, but no repetition.
You seem to have won that round. Either that or this high-tech buzzer isn't working. Did anybody challenge then?
No.
You didn't? There wasn't any reason to, was there?
We were waiting to sing his way into
I'd
the
like to
ambush.
challenge on hesitation for the second verse.
Not that I noticed. But Tim, you can. Let's have a change. You can go on.
Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with another person besides this person here. Anyone else but moi.
Challenge there from
Hesitation.
It was
Rose Barry.
Hésitation.
Syncopation.
Ah oui, merci.
I didn't know he was giving it the proper French pronunciation. Moi. See.
Money
Anyway,
well spent, Tim.
Samantha enjoyed that.
No, all right. Carry on, Barry.
So run it in. Don't go walking down another lane. The hoi polloi, rank outsiders, niet stop desist, perambulating in the street of Rumpy Pumpy, stitched at the hip to a persona non grata, before I left, right to my abode.
Challenge from Tim.
Deviation from human nature. I mean, the man's talking rubbish. And the point is he's talking rather than singing.
If you remember, well, yes, it's what is it? Recitative, Colin. It's
I think
great.
we've done enough of that one, do you?
Yeah, we're losing the will to live with that.
Barry and Paul. Barry and Paul won that round.
Well
Big
done.
round of applause. Now, this next game's a very firm favourite of Samantha's and mine. Teams, I'm going to play you some well-known songs on my gramophone to which I'd like you to sing along. The music will then drop out, and if on its return you're within 3 semiquavers of the original, I'll award points. And points mean... What do points mean?
What?
This week's prize is this genuine porcelain statuette of the sports commentator Tony Gubber.
The well-known misprint.
Barry, you're going to start now. Will you sing along? Barry, will you sing along? You're going to sit right down and write myself a letter.
I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you.
I'm gonna write words so sweet. They gonna knock me off my feet. A lot of kisses on the bottom. I'll be glad I got 'em. Can't get that lipstick off. I'm gonna smile and say,
That was absolutely rotten. Willie, you're going to sing along now too. That's Amore.
And you'll say, the hearts will play, like a gay tarantula. When the stars make you drool, just like when the stars make you like a
Yeah, a bit better.
I won.
Paul, will you sing along now to Frosty the Snowman? Excellent.
Well, on to the next round then.
And now, Tim, with all to play for, will you sing along?
Good luck, Timber.
Thank you.
Will you sing along to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
Chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, oh you pretty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you. And in chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, what we'll do, near, far, in a motor car, oh what a happy time we'll spend. Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, our fine four-friended friend. Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, our fine four-friended friend. Chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang, chitty bang bang, pretty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you. And in chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, what we'll do, near, far, in a motor car, oh what a happy time we'll spend. Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, four-friended friend. They must have sung it really badly the first time.
There was a big hole in the Dick Van Dyke there.
And with Paul Merton a clear winner, let's go on now to... Right, well, our next game should have been our last game, but I got my card. Anyway, who cares? It's in the team's... Oh, sorry.
Too slick, Hump.
It's sad when you go like this, isn't it? Yet another award.
In it, the teams are required to summarize the plots of well-known books, films, plays, etc. in 15 seconds. Hence, of course, the name Plots in 15 Seconds. Tim, will you start us off, please?
Yes, I'd like to do Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Hump.
Well, get on with it.
Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? Lionel Blair? You stupid mirror. Meanwhile, in the forest, Snow White is surrounded by 6 jockeys and Colin Moynihan. Hello, Sleepy, Doc, Grumpy, Colin, Dopey. Dopey, don't do that. I said, don't. Oh, all right. Meanwhile, here, my dear, try this lovely apple. 100 years later. Oh, hello, Prince. What big ears you have, dear. Only just in time, huh?
I know. How you got that into 15 seconds, I don't know. Right, Barry, go on.
Gone with the Wind, this is.
Oh, dear.
Story of his life.
Nurse. It's on his answering machine.
Right, Gone with the Wind. Ashley, Scarlet, Red, Scarlet, Ashley, Red, Ashley. I don't know anything about birth and babies. More hot water. Atlanta's burning. They've used all the water to put the fire out. Still, tomorrow is another day. You've got enough water to put the fire out, Red, on your homestead. I needed to irrigate my crops, Scarlet. You're not having it. You mean? Yes. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. The end.
Golden Girls. I don't know why they bothered to make the film when it's...
Willie.
Richard III. Now is the winter, our discontent, made glorious summer by this son of York. I put on his hump and a funny nose, and I'm still not getting laughs. So much for radio. Humpy, humpy, humpy. This way, I'm better looking than the present Duke of Gloucester. Hey! Hey, lads, when you've finished the hoovering, go and dump the Duke of Clarence in a butt of Marmite. And smother the little Ponces in the tar. Meanwhile, I marry Claire Bloom, who I've recently married, and humpy, humpy, humpy. Now am I king, and so to Bosworth Field to sort out Henry Tudor. Blast! A horse, my kingdom for a horse. Cue Henry VII, humpy, 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 finish.
Well, Paul, they've set a pretty high standard, but don't let you worry.
You said it, Humpy.
Yes, I'd like to summarise Brief Encounter, the movie. I was terribly bored in my marriage. Caught a train, got some grit in my eye, had wonderful sex with Trevor Howard for 5 hours, still managed to catch the 6:15 home.
Excellent. Unfortunately, just outside the 15 seconds. Right, it's time now for something raw and physical. And while I'm away, teams, I'd like you to play tag wrestling. I want you to tell me a story, teams, with a different punchline in mind. And when I do this, I've got to tell you, I'm going to break off now to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, especially those of you at home, that when we did the show at the Westminster Theatre in the series before last, somebody nicked a high-tech buzzer owned by the BBC, and they brought in this taxi driver's hooter for me as a temporary stopgap, and it's still here. The only thing is it's sprung a leak, and it had to be stuck up with sticking plaster.
Must be a relief to the listeners to know you're using a device for that.
Okay, now.
You didn't that time, but...
To pick up the story where I left off. When I do this, the story changes hands. The winners are the teams to reach their particular tag. And please try not to drag it out for as long as you usually do. Willie and Tim, your punchline is, the door flew open, the bison ran out, and peace returned to the town at last. Barry and Paul, your punchline is, and to everyone's surprise, Barbara announced her engagement to Luciano Pavarotti. Now, you've had long enough to think, so you start this one off. Willie, please.
It was not peaceful in the town, mainly due to the excessive amount of bison. And doors constantly flying open and shut. I feel something should be done about this, said Pavarotti.
Who, was about to get engaged to Barbara, much to her surprise, and she knew Pavarotti to be a great opera singer, but also a tremendously virile lover. She waited for the moment to the Christmas party at the civil service on New Year's Eve, which was a very strange day for a Christmas party. It was the civil service, and suddenly, to everyone's surprise, Barbara
said, "Shut up, you fat wop. I want to say this. Did you know there was peace in this area? And you come singing and breaking the peace? Look at those bison out there. The water bison? Oh.
To hell with the bison, said Barbara. Love has made me blind, I realise.
Every time you get the water bison out, the door flies open. Here we go. Barbara, said Pavarotti. She said, Barbara! At which the door flew open, the bison ran out, and he returned to town.
Not quite.
Oh, thank God. Pavarotti said to Barbara, let me take you away from all these bison. Let's go to another country where they don't exist at all. And so they did. And it was during the town council's annual do that, to everyone's surprise, Barbara announced her engagement to Luciano Pavarotti.
And entirely due to the fact that my hooter developed another leak, Paul wins that round as well. You're doing well, Paul. The rest of you have got a lot of work to do. Now, teams, I want you to suggest some films as suitable viewing for a society of wine tasters. We'll start with you, Tim Brooke-Taylor.
Great Expectations.
Sound of Musek.
Eric Sykes' famous film, The Plonk.
Alexander Dumas' film, The Three Musketeers.
Chardonnay Last Summer, starring Ryoka Hudson.
The Clarets of Wimpole Street.
Raging Bull's Blood.
The Man with the Golden Amontillado, with Bill Oddbins.
The Good, the Bad and the Bubbly.
And from the Greek Film Festival, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
Thank you. A recent hit, Three Men and a Baby Sham.
Oh, Mr. Peaceporter.
How Green Was My Valpolicella?
Wine tasting, 2 films, Apocalypse Now and The Naming of the Nose.
Do you know that the original film of Humpy, as I now like to think of it, Humphrey's got the pumpy. The original film of Gandhi starred Ginger Rogers. So it's now double Gandhi with Ginger.
Brigitte Bardot.
She came in very late.
Oh, I know.
The Blue Nun
Bridges down here, and you're doing him.
Any more? Right, we'll go on. For some reason, Tim Brooke-Taylor's fallen well behind during that round.
Humphrey, sorry. I just got overexcited and called you Humphrey. Oh, I've done it again.
Now, a very amusing game in which I shall be presenting you individually, teams, with some perfectly good songs from which I'd like you to take the words and sing them to the tune of a different song. Completely pointless, of course, but it passes the time. So, Paul, you're going to start with this one. I'd like you to sing... Excuse me. I'd like you to sing... I'd like me to talk, let alone you. I'd like you to sing My Old Man's a Dustman to the tune of I Don't Know How to Love Him.
a dustman. He wears a dustman's hat. He wears gold, blimey trousers, and he lives in a council flat. He looks a proper nonna in his great big hobnail boots. He's got such a job to pull 'em up that he calls them daisy roots. Daisy roots. Daisy roots.
I don't mind saying that brought a lump to the eye and a tear to the throat. Barry, I'd like you to sing the Sky Boat song to the tune of Boiled Beef and Carrots. And Colin Sell, I'd be awfully pleased if you'd accompany this at the piano.
Oh, you are now watching A Family at War.
My scriptwriter seems to have made an error there. And my piano accompanist has pointed it out. Thank you very much, Colin. But try to shut up. Now, Barry, I'd like you to sing the Sky Boat song to the tune... Oh, sorry.
Which way round is it, Hum?
I don't know. We always do these edit versions and they leave the first ones in. Them behind the
New
glass.
competition in this week's Radio Times. I would like to host I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue because...
20 edits you never knew about Humphrey Lyttelton.
And who can forget
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm now going to revert to the script before it was amended by Colin Sell, who's only paid to come here and play a few things on the piano. He's not supposed to interfere in the verbal part of the game at all. I hope this isn't
You do that, Hump, don't you?
As little as I can.
Gone too far, Barry.
Oh.
Yeah, Barry's fallen behind in the score as well. Barry, I'd like you to sing Boiled Beef and Carrots to the tune of the Sky Boat song.
Boiled beef and carrots, boiled beef and carrots. That's the stuff for your derby cow, makes you fat and keeps you well. Don't live like vegetarians on food they give to parrots. From morn till night, blow out your kite on boiled beef and carrots.
Lovely voice. Willie, I want you to sing I'm Henry VIII I Am to the tune of We'll Gather Lilacs.
Are you sure?
Not sure of anything.
I'll do that anyway, Humphrey, just for you. I'm Henry VIII, I am. Henry VIII, I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before. Everyone was a Henry. She wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam. I'm a eighth old man named Henry. I'm Henry VIII.
Finally, Tim, a chance for you to catch up. I'd like you to sing the Madonna song Hanky Panky to the tune of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Hanky Panky, certainly, Humpy Pumpy. You better like Hanky Panky.
Nothing like a good spanky. Don't take out your handkerchief. I don't want to cry, just want hanky-panky. Like hanky-panky. Nothing like a good spanky. Don't take out your handkerchiefs. I don't want to cry, just want hanky-panky, poor guy.
Okay, well, that's almost it for this week, but before Samantha and I nip off for a roll in the canteen, we've just got time for a round of limericks. And here are your first lines, teams. Willie. One lunchtime while quaffing some ale.
One lunchtime, while quaffing some ale, George Bush's heart started to fail.
And things got much worse.
When a well-meaning nurse
said, don't worry, I've sent for Dan Quayle.
Okay, Paul, will you start this one off? After tasting a bottle of wine...
After tasting a bottle of wine, the Pope shouted, your place or mine.
I said, I'll give you a call.
So he wrote on the wall,
his phone number, VAT 69.
Okay, Tim, here's one for you. The medicinal power of brandy...
The medicinal power of brandy is vouchsafed for, so keep some of it handy.
Its wondrous effect
kept Churchill erect.
But at the same time it did sod all for gain.
And finally, to bring our first show to a climax, Barry. After drinking large measures of port...
You may well find that you've been caught short.
And you're miles from the gents.
Well, it seems to make sense.
Shove the cork up your arse. Just a thought. That was the last programme of I'm Sorry I Haven't...
We've come to the end of the programme on that cultured note.
Be back, Bill Tidy.
Join us again next time, ladies and gentlemen. Until then, from all of us, goodbye.
Tim Brooke-Taylor, Barry Cryer, Paul Merton and Willie Rushton were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme was produced by John Naismith. We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Thank you. Well, hello again. Hello again and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the programme which does for panel games what Jive Bunny does for the music of the 50s and 60s. And speaking of the 50s and 60s, will you please welcome on my right Tim Brooke-Taylor and Willie Rushton. And on my left, Paul Merton and Barry Cryer. And by my side, as ever, the person who helps us score. I've had any number of letters accusing me of sexism for constantly referring to the lovely Samantha. So let's try another tack. Here's the woman with a face like the northward view of a southbound duck, Samantha. Now, it's for a very good reason that our first game is called Wuthering Hillocks.
What was that again, Hump?
Wuthering Hillocks.
Oh.
As the current recession continues to be felt in all areas, and particularly the entertainment industry, I'd like you, please, teams, to make suggestions for some cost-cutting versions of films, plays, books, or programs. Tim, I'd like you to start, please.
The Silence of the Chops.
Barry.
That wonderful French film L'Âge d'Or is now Little Door.
Willie?
L''AG, it's French and I wish I was dead.
You are. Barry and more. In the French theme, Monsieur Hulot's mini break.
-10 for going out of turn.
All right, home.
Do I get another 10 for getting back into turn again?
Yes, Willie.
Beckett is now Runcie.
Paul.
The Terminator meets Abbott and Costello. Or failing that, Joseph and his amazing beige cardigan.
Right, open house now, any more?
Kevin Costner's Dances with Aston Villa.
Nabokov's Low Half-Litre.
Around the Block in 80 Days.
Carmen Jones is now Griff Rhys-Jones.
In Bed with Maradona. Some people might prefer it, you know.
Under Milk Stout.
London Transport's low-budget version of the musical Seven Brides for Seven Sisters. No.
Sound of Music.
A tribute to the Blues Brothers is now Piss Off Blues Brothers.
Humphrey Bogart cheap remakes. The Big Sleep is now The Little Nap. The Short Tatar.
Tchaikovsky's lesser-known ballet, Budgie Lake.
Remake of The African Queen, The African Fergie.
A streetcar named Vaguely Interested. Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Peeping Tom.
It's time now to wake up Colin Sell for some improvised songs. Well, he's not going to sing them, he's going to accompany them at the piano. Teams, I'd like you to sing a blues, madrigal or calypso number, the subject of which will be decided by the other team. So, Paul and Barry, what would you like Tim and Willie to sing?
We'd like them to wrestle with a madrigal, I think.
Okay.
And the subject, Kenneth Baker. Kenneth Baker, madrigal.
The blues would be better for that.
Oh, lovely.
Thank you so much.
Right.
As I was little louder, walking down the street, I met the smarmy baker. Ooze.
I said in my opinion, you are a poodle faker.
I said you cannot take a hint, you really are quite bloody.
How long is it since they left a loaded plimsoll in your study?
After that triumph, Tim and Willie, will you set Paul and Barry a subject and a style to sing?
Well, I would sing a blues. Gaza, Paul Gascoigne, Gaza Blues. Blues, Colin.
Woke up this morning and a voice behind me said, I don't want to go to Italy. That's why my eyes are red. I've been weeping on your pillow. I said, thank God, I thought I'd wet the bed. Mind me knee.
And pausing only to urge Colin Sell to go back to sleep again, we're going to play Through the Keyhole. At my command, each team will transport itself behind me and into one of two mystery cubicles, specially furnished to resemble the rooms of famous people. While the teams in the cubicle describe what they see, the others should ask questions in order to find out whose room it is. They have 1 minute to guess. And as you know, we have a very accurate stopwatch. Right, Paul and Barry, will you please venture into your cubicle while the answer goes up on our laser scoreboard? And here, for the benefit of listeners at home, is the mystery voice to tell you what it is.
The house of the Marquis de Sade. The house of the Marquis de Sade.
Okay, right. Tim and Willie, now, will you please enter your mystery... Oh, no, sorry, I've gone on to the wrong place. It's very confusing.
To the tune of...
It's that laser... I'm sure there's radiation coming out of that laser scoreboard. It's affecting me. Okay, are you in your cubicles, Paul and Barry?
Yes, we are. We're in somebody's house, actually.
Right, will you start to describe it and get ready to ask some questions, Tim and Willie?
We just looked in the bathroom now. There were some sandpaper white fronts.
There's a blackboard with a piece of chalk permanently scraping across it.
Oh, it's a complete home and away video set.
A well-thumbed paperback, The Wit and Wisdom of Prince Philip.
An LP here of constant car alarms going off.
Rolls of sellotape where you can't find the join.
Oh! Hologram of Jeremy Beadle. Cartons of milk here and no scissors in sight. That's about it, really.
Do you want to question them, Tim or Willie?
No.
Well, I'm asked that. Whose house are you in? Are you, Australian?
No.
We're not Australian.
As far as I can see, it either belongs to Keith Chegwin or Satan.
It's the house of horror.
You're close with both of those, really.
A perfect hell.
Keith Satan. It's a perfect hell. It could be anybody that wants to be in...
Beelzebub Chegwin, you could try.
Is it a royal person?
Aristocratic.
Yes, definitely, yes.
Humphrey Lyttelton?
Getting warmer all the time.
I know why Prince Edward leapt to mind. I suppose he ought to every now and then.
Now, what do we have? We had, what sort of things like videos of home and away, all things...
Chegwin, Satan.
Keith Chegwin, Satan, and Lord. He's a Lord. He's a
We're
Lord.
across the channel.
Oh.
French. Marquis de Sade.
Yeah, brilliant introduction there by Tim Brooke-Taylor. Now, Tim and Willie, will you please enter your mystery cubicle? And here's the answer going up on the digital display. And here's the mystery voice for you listening at home.
Number 10 Downing Street, the home of John Major. Number 10 Downing Street, the home of John Major.
Right, Tim and Willie, are you in the cubicle?
Sorry, can't hear you. We're in the cubicle.
Go ahead.
As one enters through the great double doors, one is faced with a feast of erotica. Obviously, the dark side of Beatrix Potter, the finely bound volumes of the collected Viz.
Strapping myself into an armchair, all the G-plan furniture has leather straps and black rubber upholstery. I thought, this is the house of a good sport. In fact, a spanking good sport. What's that hanging from the ceiling?
Who is there to be more appropriate?
Hanging from the ceiling, yes, indeed, but how fetching the Foreign Secretary looks dressed as a French maid.
Now, let's sum up. The large collection of whips and basques.
The dirty books, the mirror in every ceiling.
The overpowering aroma of dubbing and embrocation.
The fridge full of cartons of cold linseed oil.
David, who lives in this house?
Who's David? Okay, do you want to ask any questions, Paul?
Does pain enter into this?
Only depends on your views.
Your winding us up is not the area we think it is it?
I don't know where you are.
What do you think it is?
We were toying with the idea of Cynthia Payne, but it quite clearly isn't her.
Carry on.
Private life. Toy away.
Is it John Major?
Very worried you got that. Is there something you know that we don't?
No, I was having a drink with Margaret Howard and I heard one or two things. These things happen.
Right, now our next game is not in the slightest bit funny. so what's new, I hear you cry, as one? Well, the difference is that the point of the game we're about to play is not to make the audience laugh. Teams, the game's called Straight Face. I want you to suggest a series of unamusing words. First person to raise a titter from the front row is out. And so on. And so on. Anyway. Okay, Paul.
Cupboard. Glass.
Vestibule.
He always gets a laugh for that.
I'll allow that to go through, Barry. Just
They're underage, Humph.
I know it's boring.
They are now.
Right.
I don't know what that means.
Willie.
Trumpet. You get a laugh at that, don't you? I don't.
Oboe. Humpy.
Yes, you're out. Yeah, Tim Brooke-Taylor's out, I'm afraid. Got a terrific laugh for that one. He's out. He's not going to play any part in the rest of the game. You won't hear from him again. So this game's over and hopefully beyond.
No offence, Humpy.
Right. Now, bearing in mind that Tim's out,
Yes.
Barry, will you carry on, please?
Quirk. Trouser.
Haircut. Trumpet.
You're out.
You're out. I want to play.
Right, go on. Barry, go on. Ignore him.
Humpy, Humpy,
Masticate.
Audience.
Northern.
Bibulous.
Gala.
Song.
Femur.
Bone.
Engine. Any plans for Christmas?
Go and sit in the corner, Tim.
Bassinet.
Pendulum.
Pugwash.
Gusset.
Sorry, Barry.
No,
I heard
no.
a distinct titter. A cackle, you might say. Right, so it's between Willie and Paul.
Ha!
Is that your offering?
Well, cardboard, if you like.
Lift.
Exit.
Foam.
Fire.
Simple.
Area.
Oblong.
Clock.
Holly and the...
Don't mind him. Carry on. Carry on. This is very good. This is a
Holly.
battle of wits.
Insulin.
Ivy.
Football.
Christmas.
I thought I got a...
Sorry?
Don't you agree, Barry?
We'll be on live at Christmas at this rate.
Yeah. Willie got a laugh there, so Paul
Yeah.
wins it. Paul, well done. Right, we're now going to play the game called Mornington Crescent. Now, we have something of a novice at this in the comely shape of Paul Merton, so I've taken the precaution of making all mainline stations wild teams, as long as the preceding move is even. So let me repeat that. All mainline stations are wild as long as the preceding move is even. Have you got that?
Yeah.
Have you got that, Tim?
Was that mood or move?
Move.
Move. Mainline stations are wild as long as preceding moves. Yep.
Right? Right, let's get on as quickly as we can with this. Paul, will you start?
Totteridge and Whetstone.
Tim?
Just sheer luck. Flask Walk.
Liverpool Street.
Wild. Charing Cross Road.
Lavender Hill. Of course it was, preceding station.
Yes. Even up, Tim.
Cockfosters.
Western Avenue.
Oh, come back, Bill Tidy. Sorry, Jim. No, it's just a hell to play with.
He's stuck on Mornington Crescent Station.
Even. Let's Garrick Street.
The temple.
Brought in a ringer, Barry. Upper Holloway Road.
Hornsey Rise.
Bayswater Road.
Mornington Crescent.
Paul, one hit the first time off. Great.
He's not coming back.
You want to play another quick round of that? Start with you, Tim. Quickly. Let's have a
The mouth.
galloping version.
Where? Sorry if I'm too quick for you, Hump. The mouth. Look, watch my lips.
Streatham High Road.
Chiswick High Street.
Pall Mall.
Why have we gone in this strange order?
Yes. Went out of order.
Your little new clever dick new boy went out of order then, Hump.
He did, yes. I was going to.
I suppose that's all right.
That gets us into trouble. So let's. What should we do? Let's go on to the next round.
Give him respect.
Well done, Paul.
Yeah, very good, Paul.
Very good.
2 games in a row you won then.
Actually, I thought I was coming to do Gardener's question time.
You are. Now we're going to play a game called The Last Thing I Remember. Teams, what's the last thing you remember before becoming totally incapacitated or dead?
The last thing I remember is saying, I don't know why these Leeds United supporters have this reputation. You're just misunderstood, aren't you, lads?
I said to Pavarotti, come on, Lou, sit on my lap and give us cornetto.
The last thing I remember was discussing with Michael Heseltine the problem he has with his R's, and I just suggested quietly stop talking through it.
Oh, those satirical Johnnies, aren't you? I'd forgotten.
I saw Rosemary Connolly, author of The Hip and Thigh Diet, at a book signing, and I said, you put on weight. And I was in the Kremlin, and I bumped into Mr. Gorbachev, and I said, did you enjoy your recent holiday at all?
Him.
The last thing I remember is saying was, do you know, I remember when you couldn't even swim like this in the Thames.
Last thing I remember was saying to Elizabeth Taylor, I think it's all that wedding cake that's doing it.
The last thing I was in this restaurant, and I heard Norman Lamont being asked how he'd like his steak, and I shouted, wooden, and straight through the heart.
I said to Margaret Thatcher, the face is familiar, but...
I was at a cocktail party, and I went up to Geoffrey Archer. I said, look, I've had an argument with my friend. Was it 2,000 or 3,000 quid you gave to that prostitute?
Last thing I remember saying is, Kenny Ball, he's very good, isn't he, Humpy?
Any advance on that or decline on that? Okay. It's time now to shake what little life there is out of the Colin Sell Showtime Band as we embark upon a singing relay. Teams, I'm going to ask you to sing a well-known song, but singing alternate words between you. Now, it's a lot harder than it sounds, so don't go rushing into it. Paul and Barry, will you sing just one of those things? And Colin, will you accompany it, please?
It was just one of those things, just one of those crazy flings, one of those bells that now and then rings, just one of those things. It was just one of those nights, just one of those fabulous flights, a trip to the moon on gossamer wings, just of one of those things. We'd... No, sorry, don't. This is impossible.
Mornington Crescent.
You be Curtis, I'll be Ishmael.
You won't get laughs either. Meanwhile, back to the song. Where were we?
Run at it, Paul.
And we'd thought a bit of the end of it when we started painting the town. We'd have been aware that our love affair was too hot not to cool down. So goodbye, dear, and amen. Welcome back. Here's hoping we meet now and then. It was great fun, but it was just one of those things.
Okay, Willie and Tim, will you give us a rendition now of For Once in My Life, please?
For once in my life I have someone who needs me, someone I've needed so long. For once unafraid I can go where life leads me, and somehow I know I'll be strong. For once I can touch what my heart used to dream of long before I knew someone like you would make my dream come true. For once in my life I won't let sorrow hurt me, not like it's hurt me before. For once I have something I know won't desert me, I'm not alone anymore. For once I can say this is mine, you can take it. Long as I know I have love, I can take it. For once in my life I have someone who needs me. Why are you doing it in Chinese?
Tim and Willie's enormously in the lead with 375 points. Paul and Barry's 8. Don't worry, Paul and Barry, it's early days yet. Finally, before we go... Finally, before we go off the air and while Samantha decides how many points the teams have got between them, there's just time for some limericks now. Paul, here's your first line.
Is it coming via the spirit world?
I'm just thinking about that TV show that Tim was in.
It'd be nice to see you on the screen sometime, Humph.
You mean the widescreen?
It would need to be.
Paul, here's one. Paul, here's your first line. I've an enormous collection of Strauss.
I've an enormous collection of Strauss. The blue Danube runs through my house.
Johann himself.
I have stuffed on a shelf.
By my inflatable Sir Stanley Rouse. I think you were right to pause before appreciating the genius behind that line. I appreciate it, thank you. A thoughtful audience, but a good one.
And a good one.
Those of you who don't know, Sir Stanley Rouse was head of the FA in 1843.
Yes. A close friend of Hump.
As was Strauss.
The elder.
The younger hated him.
Oh, that bad penny waltz. Who can forget it?
Come on, Samantha.
It wasn't me, Hump.
Right, with the scores evenly balanced at 2 each. Tim, here's your first line. One evening while listening to Brahms,
the vicar's wife leapt in my arms.
In the ensuing melee,
she danced on my belly.
And set off the fire alarm.
Barry, take great care over this one.
George Mellor.
A little-known fact about Liszt.
I'll see what you mean. A little-known fact about Liszt that listeners may well have missed.
Oh, well done.
He played Ludo and Lotto.
While partially blotto.
But he had to be pissed to pay whist.
Willie, here's a nicely poised first line for you. When Johann Sebastian Bach
was asked what he did after dark,
He said, I compose a Te Deum,
and perhaps a requiem.
And I pop out and flash in the park.
Okay. Right, that's all we have time for now. Join us again next time. Until then, from all of us, goodbye.
Tim Brooke-Taylor, Barry Cryer, Paul Merton and Willie Rushton were being given Silly Things to Do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sells setting some of them to music. The programme was produced by John Naismith.
We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to Panelgate. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Humphrey Lyttelton.
Hello and welcome again to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the show which does for entertaining panel games what being hit repeatedly on the head with a large croquet mallet does for small frogs. Or so I'm told. And the teams are on my right, Willie Rushton and Tim Brooke-Taylor. On my left, Paul Merton and Barry Cryer. And since for yet another week the lovely Samantha, who's kept our scores for longer than any of us can remember, is still stranded in the Caribbean, we welcome back our Scandinavian tree trunk in trunks, Sven. Sven, as you may have gathered, is a former member of a group of young men who devote their lives to providing innocent pleasure to women by means of a touring theatrical entertainment. They call themselves the Chippendales. The show, as I understand it, is a heady blend of hypnotic pelvic gyration and 18th century antique furniture. It's emerged, however, that a vicious outing campaign of former members has begun, with some surprising names on the list. Among them are Ernest Bevin, Sir Patrick Moore, Chesney Hawkes, Tony Gubber, the sports commentator,
and well-known misprint,
and Frank Boff. And we can exclusively reveal the top Radio 4 announcer, Peter Donaldson, because himself once a member, as this disturbing archive recording will verify.
Hello, girls. Get a look at this.
Right now, we go on to the first game. If you're even half famous these days, there's a lucrative market in autobiographies, and to this end, I gather, personalities such as Paul Gascoigne are taking special writing lessons. In our first game, which is called Biographies, I'd like you teams to suggest some suitable titles for the biographies of famous or half-famous people. Willie, will you start?
The life and times of the proprietor of the Sun is called Screaming Blue Murdoch. Probably more entertaining than that, actually.
Derek Jameson's Cockney Git.
It's there if you look for it.
Tim.
I'd like to bring the trio of Tory books. First, Geoffrey Archer's autobiography entitled Me, Me, Me. And then Margaret Thatcher's We, We, We. And finally, John Major's
Barry.
Margaret Thatcher has also brought out a book, How to Be a Public Speaker, subtitled The Timing of the Shrew. And son Mark, his autobiography is Up Your Nose Without a Sherpa.
Willie.
They're writing about Christopher Timothy's time acting a vet, and it's called Farewell to Arm.
I'd like to plug the second volume of your autobiography, Humph, Blowing My Own Trumpet Again. Anne Robinson, a real winker.
Elton John, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me.
True to form, Paul.
That was one of his records.
Neil Kinnock's autobiography, My Story, History, Chronicle, Legend, Narrative, Saga, Curriculum Vitae.
Lady Rain Spencer, Home Decorating for Fun and Profit.
Richard Branson, I upped my income, up yours.
Alan Bennett's, there was an unauthorised and ghosted one, which was called Oh, I Say. And he's brought out the authorised one, which is, Well, I Never Did.
Kenneth Baker, All Things Trite and Dutiful.
Any more? No. Right. Our next game's called Grand Opera. I shall give the team some unpromising pieces of prose and ask them to turn them into grand operatic duets with the aid of the mass strings of Colin Sell's piano. If he's awake this time. Incidentally, you may have read that Barry Crier's worth a visit in the Barber of Seville. Well, this is a misprint. It should have said that Barry Crier paid a visit to a barber's in Mill Hill. And he could do without the attention. Nice haircut, by the way, Barry. Tim and Willie, will you sing from Act 2, Scene 1 of The Caretaker by Harold Pinter?
Well, nothing. Pause. What's your name?
I don't know you, I don't know who you are.
Pause. Eh?
Jenkins.
Jenkins, yes. Jenkins. Pause. You sleep here last night?
Yes.
Sleep well?
Yes.
I'm awfully glad. It's awfully nice to meet you. Pause. What did you say your name was?
Jenkins.
I beg your pardon?
Jenkins.
Pause. Jenkins.
Right, Paul and Barry, will you sing the words of the theme tune of Neighbours?
Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours.
Just a friendly wave each morning helps to make a better day.
Neighbours need to get to know each other.
Next door is only a footstep away.
Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours.
With a little understanding, you can find the perfect blend.
Neighbours should be there for one another.
That's when good neighbours become good friends. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
Okay, well now we have a game called Closed Quotes. I shall give each team member the first half of a well-known proverb and ask him to complete it. Points will be deducted for correct answers. Tim, will you complete this one? In for a penny.
In for a penny, and don't forget to wash your hands afterwards.
Barry, will you finish this one, please? People who live in glass houses
shouldn't.
Okay, Willie. Once bitten, twice?
Once bitten, twice licked. That's enough foreplay.
Sounds like a Merton to me, that one.
Paul. The way to a man's heart is through his...
A chest cavity with a chainsaw.
Okay, another one for you, Tim. Better late than
Belgian. Pardon.
Barry. No. It's an ill wind. Sorry. It's an ill wind that blows.
But the silent ones are always the worst.
Right, Willie, see no evil, hear no evil.
See no evil, hear no evil, your television's exploded.
Couple here for anyone to answer. He who laughs last?
It's Stuart Hall.
And here's another one, finally. What goes up must
be your decision, Myrtle.
Now we have a very humorous game which is neatly explained by its title, Cheddar Gorge. The rules are that team members should each say one word at a time to make a sentence, thus composing an enchanting and easy-to-follow tale from the sum total of their collective imagination. Unfortunately, teams have tended to disregard these rules in the past, so we'll hope for the best. What I'm going to do is, if I deem that a sentence has been concluded, I shall blow on this extremely up-to-date buzzer. Okay, Paul, I'd like you to start, please.
George.
That's a sentence, isn't it?
George?
George, yeah.
I knew a sentence called George.
Yeah. I know a book that starts George, full stop.
Yeah.
Suspended sentence.
Okay, stop. I'll give you another chance.
I understand how the game works now.
Yeah.
Henry
was
in
one
of the
rooms
that
led
to
the
other
side
of
the
mountain. Yeah, it sounds like a full stop. Just like a very deep voice.
There was a final cadence there.
No. That's
Willie loses the points. Then
I find it very difficult. Very difficult to start sentences, but I have this very low cadence.
You can start another one then.
Oh.
You've lost the point. There's no
George.
possible hope of getting it back, but start another one.
George
was in
the
bathroom
when
he saw
a
large, huge,
oleaginous
butt.
cute,
fetching
yet
somehow in
a
sort
of
strange
way
not unusual
in
another
bathroom
somewhere over
the
rainbow.
I've completely lost track of what we're talking about. Did you, George?
bathroom over the rainbow.
That's no handicap in this
Step above over the rainbow, which is
just
enough
to
keep
one's
chickens
yet
almost
but
not
entirely
truthfully
and
finally
George. Now to our version of the hilarious TV programme Call My Bluff, in which panellists give definitions of unusual words. As someone who takes a healthy interest in our language, I sometimes notice words which people often use without their meanings ever being really explained. Teams, I shall give you a word to define, and I shall be awarding points to whichever definition I decide is nearest the truth. And here's the word coming up now. Hedgehog. And I'd like you to start, Barry.
Hedgehog. It's a Tibetan penance. Tibetan monks in Lhasa. That's Lhasa with an H, not Lhasa with no H, because Lhasa with an H spells laser. These monks, who are known as lamas, because they have a large bump on their head, like the hump of the other lama. That's lama with two L's, not lama with one L, because lama with one L is a monk. They're working monks, and where they live, the lamasery, a sort of monastery of labour, is at the top of a hill, and every month they allow the stubble on their shaven heads to grow a bit, to cushion the impact, because they go up that hill at a steady pace on their heads. This race is started by two lamas in the monastery ringing the bell, sort of lama lama ding dong. And they go bouncing up on their heads, hence the bump. So it is a stubble run up a hill, a hare jog. Tibetan pennants, or small animal with spiky quills. No, it's a Tibetan pennant.
Right, that's your definition. Willie, what's yours?
Well, those masochists among you who holidayed by going on a walking tour of Sweden will know that, in fact, hedgehog, I mean, you've heard people say it, you've met them in those little bars, and they will say to you, because this is all it is, they'll say, I am hedgehogging across Sweden. Or you stop in your car and get in there, I am a hedgehogger, could you take me to Oslo, please? Or whatever the capital of Sweden is. It is actually a Swedish hitchhiker.
Sven is shaking his head from... What do you think it is?
He's shaking something.
Right,
it's like a taffeta tea set. Or even
I'll tell you, teams, from now on, you've got to keep your own scores. Sven has left in a huff.
Why doesn't he get a British car?
Well, it's actually pronounced hedgehog, and it's you would be familiar with this word if you were a native of the Amazon basin, because the hedgehog is the eldest member of the tribe who has the full geography of the area inside his head. So hence sort of geography head abbreviated and backwards is hedgehog. So it means like the wisest member of the tribe.
Right, Tim?
Well, Barry very cleverly tried to confuse us by taking the real definition and taking it to another part of the world, because he knows the modern Yorkshire word minted by Yorkshire women to describe the exclamations of disbelief made by their menfolk to the suggestions of sensible diet and exercise. Hedgehog is just one of these, but is often used as a generic word to cover all. And hedgehog, for example, could be the reaction to cutting down on drink. Only 6 pints a day, or healthier eating. No gravy with chip and sugar butties. Or the original word to cover all, in the reaction to the suggestion that fitness might be improved with a run in the early morning, thus, a jog.
Right, now I have to try and guess which one is the correct one. Barry's is obviously a bluff, because he didn't know what he was talking about. Llamas don't have bumps or humps. Not on their backs, anyway.
My head.
Swedish hitchhiker offended Sven, and I daren't, because I have to sit next to him all the time, so I disregard that one. York's explanation. The problem with Tim's was that he gabbled it, and I didn't really get an idea of what he was saying. So I'm going to go for the Amazonian hedgehog. Paul. True or bluff?
Oh.
Well, I don't know. Amazing. Now we're going to play the game called... Mornington Crescent. We've had some complaints that the rules have been getting too complicated. So, to prevent confusion, we shall play teams by the original and modern rules this time.
It's a contradiction in terms, isn't it?
Why?
Original, modern, how can you...
I said to the producer, before the show started, and I was looking at this card here, and I said, that Tim's going to quibble about that.
He's a new producer.
It's the original modern rules. There are original ancient rules, and there are original modern rules. Both of them were at one time original before they became elaborated.
Perhaps you'd explain what they are, then.
I don't have to explain it this time. We've been playing this game for 15 years, for goodness sake. Who's going to start? Tim, you better start.
I suppose I can, with the original modern rules, start with the Albany.
Euston Road.
Lexington Street.
St Martin's Lane.
Oh, God, Tim, have you forgotten? You've been away so long, have you?
You don't see what he's doing.
He's doing very well, I'll tell you that.
I know he's.
A clue, he's pathetic.
Westbourne Grove.
Pall the Mall. Ooh.
Pall the Mall?
I changed in time. I was only halfway in.
Pall
the
Yes,
Mall.
exactly. Pall the Mall, Mop the Hoople, we know the whole. Phil the Greek, we know the lot. Spot the ball. No offence, then.
So it's the Mall, is it, Barry, if we can...
Yeah, it is.
pick
Yes,
up the
yes.
game?
I settled on the Mall,
Doesn't
as
really
I
matter
often
which it
do.
is. Millbank.
Great Queen Street.
Totteridge Lane.
Little Portland Street. Little.
Why are you doing it all backwards? Very peculiar. Little Portland Street. Little. What?
I was stressing the little. Story of my life, really.
Yeah, you would do that, would you, Tim?
I would, yeah.
That's getting mad.
Always worked for Junction.
No. Oh, Compton Street. If it worked for Junction, it wouldn't work for anybody else. That's what my theory is.
What did you say?
About 3:15.
Have you actually made your move?
I did.
Willie
Old
Rushton?
Compton Street, and he's bemused and flummoxed. Quite rightly.
Paul, it's up to you.
Fulham Palace Road.
Marylebone Station.
Seven Sisters Road.
Oh. Oh, hoist with his own petard. It's ours in 3. Pall Mall.
Oh, yes. He practically can't do anything, can he?
No.
Charlotte Street.
Mornington Crescent.
And John.
I could see that coming, right back as far as the Mall. I could see that coming.
Pall the Mall.
That's the beauty of this game.
He's in Guys
Follow
and
all the
Dolls,
moves
you
in
must remember.
advance. You really can follow it all.
Is he wearing the hearing aid this evening or not?
The next round is
Are you
called...
staying here tonight, Humphrey, going back to the home? Which are they doing?
That trombone that keeps going off in his ear, no wonder.
The next round is called Bad-Tempered Clavier, which has been cunningly devised around Colin Sell's unique way of playing the piano. Teams should attempt to sing a song of my choice, despite the very best efforts of Colin to accompany them on the piano. Despite the very best efforts of Colin to accompany them on the piano.
Lost his glasses as well.
If he loses his teeth, we're really sunk up.
They're in the glass.
Sven's drunk them.
Sven smiling at us with Hump's teeth. Oh, don't put them in there, Sven, for God's sake. Produces a most unfortunate effect.
Sven, is that the scorecard? Right, Paul and Barry, will you try and sing Love, This Is My Song?
Love, this is my song. Here is a song, a serenade to you. The world cannot be wrong if in this world there's you. I care not what the world may say. Without your love there is no day. Love, this is my song. Here is a song to serenade to you.
Okay, Tim and Willie, your song is Smile.
Smile though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile.
Colin, I don't know if anybody's told you, but you're supposed to mess up the accompaniment. We're trying to confuse them.
All these years of practice, while they wait.
Open the lid, open the lid.
Before there are any more interruptions from the piano player, we've almost come to the end of the programme, and I have to admit it almost makes me shed a tear. I probably would if I wasn't so very glad to be going home. So, as Sven hangs up his trunks for the last time.
Well hung, Sven.
We'll have a round of limericks. Teams, I shall provide a first line from which I'd like you to continue taking one line each. Paul, will you start with, if you meet the Archbishop of York?
If you meet the Archbishop of York, for God's sake, don't offer him pork.
Well, it is sort of true-ish.
He's just a bit Jewish.
Rabbi Blue told me he's one to talk.
Tim, this next one doesn't scan, in fact, but it doesn't matter. For you, it doesn't matter.
These are the modern ancient rules.
Your line is, an old bishop late of Bath and Wells.
An old bishop late of Bath and Wells.
Well done, Tim, that's...
used to break up his room in hotels.
Then he'd rip off his gaiters.
Abused several waiters.
Well, he was never one for the girls.
Okay, Barry, here's a line for you. A radical curate from Brent.
The radical curate from Brent.
Steady spin.
Gave up entirely for Lent.
Simply lay in the aisle.
With a faraway smile.
And dreamt of the Duchess of Kent.
Right, Willie, here's your line. In a laundrette, I bumped into the Pope.
In a laundrette, I bumped into the Pope. He said, I've given up hope.
He simply lay in the aisle.
With a faraway smile.
While we hit him with soap on a rope.
Well, that's all we have time for, so join us again next time. From all of us here, goodbye.
Barry Cryer, Paul Merton, Tim Brooke-Taylor and Willie Rushton were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Lyttelton, with Colin Sells setting some of them to music. The programme was produced by John Naismith.